Hidden deep within the mountains of Henan province in China stands one of the most legendary places in martial arts history, the Shaolin Monastery. More than just a temple, Shaolin became a symbol of discipline, spiritual power, and unstoppable warrior spirit. For over years, its monks transformed from peaceful Buddhist scholars into some of the most feared and respected fighters in history. The name Shaolin itself became immortal, associated with Kung Fu, iron discipline, meditation, and legendary warrior monks capable of incredible feats of strength and endurance. The origins of Shaolin. The Shaolin Monastery was founded during the Northern Wei Dynasty. It was built on Mount Song, one of China's sacred mountains. According to historical records, the emperor established the temple for a Buddhist monk named Batuo, who came from India to spread Buddhist teachings in China. At first, Shaolin was purely a religious center focused on meditation, Buddhist philosophy, spiritual enlightenment, discipline, and scholarship. But everything changed with the arrival of another mysterious monk, the arrival of Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma is one of the most legendary figures connected to Shaolin history. According to tradition, he traveled from India to China around the 5th or 6th century. He introduced Chan Buddhism, later called Zen Buddhism in Japan. He taught intense meditation practices. Legend says Bodhidharma found the Shaolin monks physically weak after long hours of meditation. To strengthen their bodies, he supposedly introduced exercises and conditioning methods that later evolved into early Shaolin martial arts. Some stories even claim he meditated facing a wall for 9 years. While historians debate how much of this story is true, Bodhidharma became a mythical symbol of Shaolin's spiritual and martial foundation. The birth of Shaolin Kung Fu. Over centuries, the monks developed combat techniques for self-defense, protecting the temple and surviving war and bandit attacks. These techniques evolved into what the world now calls Shaolin Kung Fu. Shaolin martial arts combined speed, flexibility, precision, balance, spiritual focus, and extreme physical conditioning. The monks trained relentlessly in weapon combat, hand-to-hand, fighting acrobatics, endurance exercises, meditation, and breathing control. Traditional Shaolin weapons included staff spear, straight sword, broadsword, and chain weapons. The staff became especially iconic because Buddhist monks were often forbidden from carrying bladed weapons. Warrior monks of China. During different Chinese dynasties, Shaolin monks became famous for helping defend the nation. One of the most famous stories happened during the Tang dynasty. Shaolin monks reportedly helped future Emperor Li Shimin in battle. Their military assistance supposedly earned Shaolin imperial protection and prestige. Over time, tales spread across China about warrior monks defeating bandits, rebels, and enemy soldiers. Some legends described monks with near superhuman abilities, breaking stone with their hands, enduring extreme pain, balancing on spear tips, and incredible agility and speed. Many stories were likely exaggerated over centuries, but Shaolin's reputation became legendary. What made Shaolin unique was that martial arts were never supposed to exist separately from spirituality. The monks believed the body and mind must become one. Their training emphasized self-control, inner peace, discipline, compassion, and mental focus. A true Shaolin monk was expected to master both combat ability and spiritual enlightenment. This combination created the legendary image of calm, disciplined warriors who fought only when necessary. In the modern era, Shaolin became world famous through martial arts films, television kung fu schools, and international demonstrations. One major turning point was the film Shaolin Temple starring Jet Li. The movie introduced millions of people to Shaolin culture and inspired a worldwide kung fu boom. Shaolin also heavily influenced Hong Kong, action cinema, anime, and video games, and martial arts philosophy worldwide. Even today, Shaolin is almost synonymous with Kung Fu itself. Modern Shaolin training remains extremely demanding. Students often begin training as children and spend years mastering flexibility, kicks and strikes, weapon forms, balance meditation, and physical endurance. Daily routines can include breaking bricks, bending spears against the throat iron, body conditioning, and extreme balance techniques. These performances helped keep Shaolin legendary in the modern world. Many stories about Shaolin monks became exaggerated over centuries. Historically, Shaolin monks were real martial arts, training was real, and their military involvement was real. But some superhuman legends were likely mythologized through folklore and cinema. Still, the real achievements of Shaolin remain extraordinary, preserving martial arts traditions for centuries, combining spirituality with combat discipline and influencing global martial arts culture. The Shaolin Monastery became immortal because it represented something larger than fighting. It symbolized discipline over chaos, mind over fear, spiritual strength through suffering and mastery through endless training. For centuries, the warrior monks of Shaolin inspired kings, soldiers, martial artists, filmmakers, and millions of people around the world. Because legends are not born in comfort, they are forged through pain, through patience, and through the endless pursuit of mastery. The warrior monks of Shaolin proved one truth to the world: that true strength is not only the power to fight, but the power to control yourself. And that is why Shaolin will never be forgotten.